Coming off of obviously the last game wasn't the best. What do you need to see differently today?
Yeah, well, I mean, hopefully we can come out. Certainly it was a hard game, a hard turnaround. The number of games and period of time that we played in, and I think in those situations you've got to find ways to grind the game. Just going back and looking at the tape, I thought defensively we did a fairly decent job in the game. I know Davis had a big game, but the other part was we just struggled to put the ball in the basket. And I think a lot of shots were short. We got good looks that I don't think we want to turn down. But we were, I think, pretty solid on defense, but probably weren't good enough on offense.
How much when you have to grind it out like that, and the shots aren't falling, how do you, I guess, get that across to the team that that type of night when you just have to?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about it during timeouts, and they were trying. Our guys really tried. They tried. I thought the first half we played well. We scored 58 points in the first half. Started that third quarter. I thought we started to get a little bit drained, and it was just hard to sustain. Just offensively putting the ball in the hole at a high enough clip.
How much of the defensive struggles had to do with just fatigue right now and playing so many games in a short amount of time?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, the schedule is what it is, so we're gonna have to play the schedule. We've got to find different ways to be good defensively. I think our rating in the New Orleans game was 7th, so we had a top 10 defense in that game. But in situations where you're having such quick turnarounds and very little rest, you got to kind of be productive on both ends of the floor. I thought defensively we were okay. We weren't great offensively, but clearly against Denver, we've been up and down defensively. Played pretty good defense against Washington. We just need more consistency there on that end of the floor.
Well, you've talked a lot about playing to a defensive identity, and before that stretch when the schedule got tough, you talked about some slippage. How close are you to getting where you want to be in that regard, in terms of being a team that you can rely on what they're going to do every night defensively?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the goal. For everybody, there's a lot of games, and what you're striving for is a level of consistency. I think we've done a better job. I think going back to probably the beginning of December, I feel like we've made some, significant strides in the offensive side of the ball. At one point we were like 23rd or 24th in root offensively. We kind of moved all the way up to the top 10 now. Those guys have done a good job. I think the other part of it is defensively. We've been pretty much a top 10 team all year long. We've had some moments where we haven't been good. And obviously the biggest thing I think for us is, Andre is a guy that can kind of cover up a lot of things. But at the same point too, we've got to have everybody, and I said this I think after his injury, everybody's got to step up and play at a better, more detailed level for us to maintain the kind of standard that we want to play to defensively.
Do you have conversations right now with Sam about what you might or might not need, or do you give input right now in that regard with the trade deadline coming up?
No, I haven't talked to Sam about that stuff. All I focused on, we've had a lot of games, I just focused on coaching the team and doing those things. Sam's always been really transparent and open and honest with me. I think when there's things that he wants me to think about, he'll bring those things to me and we'll sit down and talk about it. But I think when there's things, just speculation, he never really brings any of that stuff to me at all. I think when things get serious or he wants my opinion on something, he'll do that. So I totally trust how hard they work in the front office to continue to try to make our team better. And I feel like my job is to focus on our team and try to help them kind of get better and improve with each game.
You're going to start the same way today?
Yes.
Anybody else? All right. Thanks.
Thank you.